Good morning. Salute to the one person in the building. Salute to the first person in the building. Salute. Happy Tuesday. Ooh. Happy Tuesday to you. Good morning, Awesome Powers. Good morning. Thank you. Glad to be back. Thank you. Glad to be back. I appreciate that. Jamaica. Good morning, brethren. How you feeling this morning, bro? Boy, we live in a strange place, boy. Strange time, boy. I know that's right. Man, how y'all feel about your boy Kanye, man? Nigga disrespectful, man. In my opinion. Nigga disrespectful, man. He's an attention whore. Like, I don't give a fuck, man. In my opinion, man. I don't care how much of a musical genius. Yeah. I know I love his music and his producing. I know I spoke about that. But it's, man, rest in peace to his mother. Rest in peace to his mother. But his mother was a black teacher, yo. Shout out to my peoples at work that still be checking in, man. Get that money, Jamaica. Juby. It's like, rest in peace to his mom. I didn't know his mom, but I know his mom was a black teacher. And I can't speak for her. I can't assume. I can assume. I mean, that's just up to me if I want to assume or not. So I am. Rest in peace to his mom, but I'm going to assume her being educated, her being a black teacher, I'm just going to assume that she's probably rolling over in her grave, seeing her son, or hearing her son say things like slavery was a choice, to now white lives matter shirt. And to me, I feel like it's just a cry for attention. What more can we expect from Kanye, though? I understand that exactly. I understand what you mean by that exactly. Because you know what? I wasn't surprised. Uncle L, what up, Unc? How you feeling, Unc? Tamika, how you feeling? Salute to y'all. Appreciate you guys. It's like, it don't surprise me no more. It's like, okay, Kanye did this. It don't surprise me. But it's still, I don't even gonna say it ticks me off. It's like frustrating though, because he's not the same Bush don't like black people dude. He's not the same guy. George Bush don't like black people. See, and I think that has something to do with status and money. See, he wasn't rich as he was now, so he felt bold enough to say that back then. But with the money and the people that he's been in these rooms with, the people that he wants to be eating dinner with, the people, you know what I mean, of that status, I feel like he wants to, he's trying to please them, in my opinion. The higher ups, it's like he's trying to please the higher ups. It's like attention. He knows by wearing this shirt right here, wearing that, it's going to cause a whole bunch of attention. Free thinkers always come through with the super chat, super sticker, man. I appreciate that, bro. You're the reason why I'm gonna get something on the 21st. I appreciate that, nah, man, for real, for the bottle, man. It's like, yo, dude, you're Kanye West. How much attention do you motherfucking need and want, dog? And you know you got black kids, man. And then You're in Europe. You're in a European country. You're in a white Caucasian country, continent, or whatever. I don't know. I wasn't that good in social studies. I had special ed, y'all. But the demographic over there, because obviously I guess it's fashion week and fashion shit and all that over there in Europe. So you got this predominantly white, and then you wear that. Yeah, him and Candace Owens. And Candace Owens, I don't even want to speak on her. Yeah. And I really expect that from her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I never heard Candace Owens, you know, back in 2005. I never heard, Candace Owens in the past say, "Oh, Bush don't care about black people," and be so pro-black and be so right, and then now just on the opposite side. For all we know, I don't know. Candace Owens probably always been like that. When you look at her face, she just looked like the little nappy head little black girl that was mad that she had to get a perm and her hair was nappy and it wasn't straight, and she had a little black person button nose and her body shaped all funny. I don't know. I'm just saying this is just my opinion and my what's her name on Candace Owens, to see why she hates her own kind, in my opinion, dislikes her own kind and dislikes herself so much. I've never seen black folk that hate their own people, hate themselves so much. Allegedly, I think she was that little girl in the fucking mirror. She didn't want no black friends. She wanted white friends. She had little white girlfriends, and they played Barbie dolls. She didn't care about having no black Barbie dolls. She liked the white Barbie doll. She cried at night. She seemed like the type that asked her mom, "Why I gotta get a straight comb? Why my hair not like hers?" Why she just seemed like that. I could be totally wrong, but she do not like black folk, in my opinion. She do not like us, her own kind. I don't know what year it started. I don't know when it started. I don't know how it started, but that's just my assumption. And I could be 100% wrong about that. I've been wrong about a few things in the past, and I'm not one of them people that that don't like to admit when I'm not wrong. Sometimes I actually like to be wrong, because then if I'm wrong, that means I learned something. My bad. I'm probably going a little bit too harsh on her this morning. My bad. Awesome. My Uncle L said facts. He wants to be accepted so bad in that white fashion community that he had to apologize to Sway. Sway did have the answers, nigga. Sway did have the answers. Good morning, Mickey. Oh, Tamika, I damn sure believe that. Yeah. And I could be wrong. You could be wrong. We could be wrong about that. But I definitely believe she does not like it don't take a rocket scientist to see that, in my opinion. When you go against your own kind like that, like your mother black, your father black, you got black ancestors. What are you doing? Sway had the answers, and I'm glad at least he did admit it in that interview. I didn't watch the whole interview. I only seen the clip of when he said he apologized to Sway, and he said Sway did have the answers. And I said, respect to Kanye for that. This was before the White Lives Matter t-shirt. He was in the interview. Y'all know what I'm talking about? He gave Sway, he apologized to Sway. He said, I apologize, Sway. He said, you did have the answers. I don't even know if he apologized. I just know he did say, he gave Sway his props. He said, you did have the answer, Sway. Because what Sway was trying to tell him way back then is what Kanye is doing now. He told Kanye, fuck them white people. Do it yourself. Go straight to consumer. He screamed on Sway, you don't have the answers. Because you know why? Because Sway wasn't a white fashionist. He wasn't a white guy that was in fashion. Because Sway is not Louis Vuitton. Because Sway is not Ralph Lauren. Because Sway was not Tommy Hilfiger. So he screamed in the very person's face that looked just like him, that gave him a place to voice himself, that gave him a place to play his music. You know how important radio is to an artist? I know because I was an artist. Well, my peoples tell me I'm gonna be an artist till the day I die, even though I'm not active. My peoples always tell me that. They say, bro, you're always gonna be an artist. What? He praises? Oh man. I bet he ain't gonna wear no White Lives Matter t-shirt. Sway had the answers, yeah. Sway had the answers. Shout out to Sway. You know how important radio is to give an artist a voice? Let Kanye come up there, speak his mind, go against the grain, go against the fashion culture. Let him come up there, play his music. You disrespectful. In my opinion, Kanye West, you are very disrespectful, bro. You are very disrespectful. You mean the white lives matter, the very white lives who wouldn't allow you to get into the fashion industry? The same white lives that you had the issue with your Yeezys, with your sneakers, and then I hear that the white folks over at Adidas done stole your concept, done stole your shit. Them same people. Them same people that you cursing out over your kids, your nannies, your wife or your baby mom's ex-boyfriend, all the white folk you was just mad at. Now you talking about now their lives matter? Of course. Of course they matter. But are they going extinct though? But are they being killed at a high rate and about to go extinct, nigga? When people don't even know a fucking 150 years from now, if you ain't got melanated skin, nigga, you ain't gonna be able to survive on this earth. So white folk, you better start telling your grandbabies and your grandkids and your granddaughters and your grandsons, you better tell them that they better start having mixed relationships. They better start having babies with people with melanated skin, or what they say, your lineage, it's not going to last. This is I'm looking at the science. I'm just looking at shit that I read. I'm just looking at the science. I'm just looking at the thing they call facts. I'm just looking at the thing that they call the ozone layer in the sun, in the pollution, and everything that goes into us keeping this universe healthy in that ozone layer in that sun. If you 150 years from now, if you don't have melanated skin, you're not going to be able to walk this earth. You're not going to be able to survive. Sorry, white folk. I know y'all probably don't want to hear this shit, but it's true. Well, it's yet to be true, but that's what it's looking like. Look this shit up if y'all think I'm just talking. Don't just take my word for it. Look this shit up yourself. See if non-melanated skin people are going to be able to survive this earth 150 years from now, 200 years from now. But they want to do away with black folk, right? They want to make us extinct. People, well, we ain't black folk, but brown skin folk, tan folk, brown skin Americans, Native Americans. If you ain't got no color to your skin, I'm telling you, y'all might just think I'm talking shit. They wrote a constitution. They wrote a constitution and laws and shit that didn't even include us as human beings. Do you understand how deep that is? You know what'll change the world, but it'll never happen, so it won't change the world. But because it'll never happen, it's not it's not scientifically it's not scientifically capable. It's not realistically capable. Shout out to Irv Gotti, uh with the show that he did on BT. I believe it was called Tales or whatever, where he reversed the roles. Shout out to Irv Gotti. That's a dope thing he did on BT, where he reversed the roles, right? And this ain't my first time saying this. I said this before. And I said, this can never happen, right? But what if it could? It can't never happen. But this, now they do experiments. People do experiments on it on YouTube. People do their own little experiments and shit. But I could take a long story, make it longer. What up, everybody? What up, daughter Zion, Will T? What up, bro? Working hard, bro. Come on in, everybody here. Now, just imagine if this could happen. Now, this is some fairy tale shit that I'm about to say because it can't happen. But what I'm about to say is just like similar to what Irv Gotti did with Tales, if y'all familiar with it, how he reversed the roles. Now, let's just think if all white people in America, right, or just period, let's just say all white people had brown skin. They woke up and they were brown people for at least, I'm gonna say, for at least 6 months. But you just can't turn a white person into a brown skinned person. What we got to do is we got to go back to where they 16, 17, to where they're first getting their license, to where they're first getting pulled over by police, to where they're first filling out applications for their job, where they're trying to get in colleges. And you turn every Caucasian person into a brown skinned person, and then you let them have to deal with the lifestyle that we have to deal with the importance of shit. We can't turn them brown skin and just let them go about their life. They have to go through shit though, so they can really understand. To me, that's the only thing really that's going to take for them to put them in our shoes. Let them be racial profiled by the police being pulled over that they never went through before. Being pulled over just because of your skin color. Not being able to get the job. Filling out a bunch of applications. You know what I'm saying? Not being able to rent. All that shit. Being stereotyped when you're in the store trying to shop. All that shit. Let's just reverse the roles for a certain amount of time. That's the only thing. I ain't gonna say the only thing, but that's the one thing that will wake America up. And even though some white people, they realize and recognize what we go through. They got black folk in their family. They might have married black, have black kids, mixed kids, and all that shit. And they might have witnessed it. And you know what I'm saying? I had a white best friend that used to get mad. Like, yo, dog, I don't go through this when I drive. Like, I used to have a white friend that would damn near curse the police out for me, with me, and I used to have to tell him to chill. Like, yo, chill, because you're only gonna make it worse for me. Chill. Now, they might see it and could have common sense and know it ain't right, but you really don't really understand the magnitude of it unless you're actually going through it, until it actually happens to you. And then it happens to you over and over, and then it happens to your son, your daughter, your grandkids, for generations. If God, the universe, was able to make that happen, you know how much, I'm telling you, maybe not every white person, but I'm telling you, now they can understand. Now they can say, yo, I thought I understand what you went through. I thought I could relate. But now, since I went through it all these years, them motherfuckers will probably be praying for their white skin back. Please, dear God, turn me back white. Please, I did not know they'd go through all this. I know I watched it. I know I seen it, but God damn, turn me back white. My credit is all fucked up. These motherfuckers want to follow me around store, don't want to sell me shit. I go in certain stores, they act like I ain't got the money. I ain't supposed to be there. I'm going to a certain neighborhood to go see my family members. These motherfuckers are staring at me, asking me why I'm in this neighborhood. I can't get a fucking job. I'm qualified for these jobs, but they just not hiring me for some reason. I don't know what the fuck they're not hiring me for. And then I'm driving. My fucking car is illegal. I got license. I ain't breaking the fucking law. Why the fuck is this police putting the lights on and pulling me over for it? Just to see if my shit was right. Like, what the... But of course, you don't want to get up here and be like, white lives don't matter. Of course they do. Thanks, daughter Zaya. Like, we already know this. All lives matter. We know this, but that's not what it's about. That's not the point. Please hit that like button. I appreciate that. All this, in my opinion, for some fucking attention, man, to appease some people that don't really give a fuck about you, bro. In my opinion. Don't get it fucked up. It's probably a handful. It may be one or two. This nigga fought for years to get in the fashion industry. This nigga cursed everybody and their mama out to get in the fashion industry. This nigga did the... man, I done heard stories about this. Did y'all see the title? Did y'all see the title of my video? Right. And they don't tell the truth. Plus, we was even told the wrong history. That's why I'm glad I became a reader, yo. That's the one thing. I don't glorify me going to jail. I don't glorify me being a street dude when I was a street dude. I don't glorify none of that shit. Actually, if I could go back in time, I wouldn't have done any of them things I done. I would have stayed away from the streets. Actually, if I was to go back to my early teenage years, I would have never gotten to the drug game. I would have never gotten to the streets. I would have tried my best to never spend a day in jail. But I picked up a good habit in jail, which was reading. It got addictive. It was a good habit. It made me want to fucking just find text, but it made me want to find the proper text, not just any text, not just anything. That shit had me to going to libraries in the towns that I lived in. You talking to a street dude that has special ed that, you know what I'm saying, graduated from the school of hard knocks. Been to the county jail more times than you could count on your hands and feet because I was just hard-headed. Now I'm going to the library trying to find the proper text to read because I need to know my fucking history for real. I need to know the truth about whatever it is. I need to know the truth. You read the title? 4 years. I don't think he spoke about why he did it yet. I don't know, man. I don't even want to hear this shit. Like, I do, but I don't. Like, he's an attention whore. Yo, and I did a live about this before. Y'all remember? Attention is the fucking... Well, we already knew it's the new drug, but this attention, this fame, this attention, this drug, this addiction to attention for people, for some people, a lot of people are saying, fuck the money, give me the attention. I bet you he probably about to come out with another album or something. He killed me how he got to do this shit to sell music. To me, it's like a scam. Even his church shit, I done heard from other celebrities. I done heard from even friends that he was with, ex-friends, and, well, you know, mutual people I even heard that Sunday service shit he was doing was a scam. I heard, man, allegedly. Fair use. I don't know what he's talking about, but fair use.
Yes, I'm gonna.
Now this show is starting late. Now I've been in fashion for a while, and I've seen a lot of shows start late.
Damn, nigga, what you got on? Thong flip flops with diamonds on them, man? You got socks on with thong flip flops on, my nigga?
But after my season show started late, season 4 show started late, the press completely killed us. We did change the look of fashion over the past 10 years. We are the street.
Either this nigga got some big ass boots on, some styrofoam holy slippers, but now he wearing thong flip flops with diamonds going on. What's up? Come on, B. It's the funnel money. Yo, even a couple of his own friends in the past talked about that Sunday service in the church and the money he was trying to get out of people. And then certain people they said he wanted to work with and talking about coming out to Wyoming and I'm gonna do this for you. He said some of the people they got juked out of their money, like they had to pay for their own flight trip, and allegedly he was supposed to pay for it and reimburse them. And I was hearing mad stories. I don't know how true they is. This is all legend.
We are the culture, and we will not be bullied or treated.
You talking about we? We are the culture. We will not be bullied, but you got a shirt on that says what?
Treat it differently than you treat any other fashion show that might.
He better be trolling or something. I'm hoping that Kanye comes out and says, yo, I was trolling on purpose to get under the powers that be in fashion or whoever he's always in competition with. Hopefully this is a but no, he's with Candace though. Candace is wearing the shirt with him. See that?
Start a little bit later just to present the best idea to you. But these pictures will last.
Yo, why the camera is on his feet though? He probably told them to do that. Yo, get my thong flip flops with the diamonds in them, with the cubic zirconia joints in them. Get the thong flip flops. They are focused on his feet in this fucking big screen.
This is something that you will not be able to un-Google.
You will not be able to un-Google?
I am Ye.
Yes.
And everyone here knows that I am the leader.
Whoa, that sounds like some cult shit in my opinion. I am Ye. And y'all, everybody knows that I am y'all leader. Who the fuck leader are you? Hold up, who? You they leader?
We went to Gap, the colorways wouldn't come back. A pant would be missing.
Get the goddamn scream off of these goddamn thong flip-flops, man. Don't no grown man supposed to wear no thong flip-flops. Anyway, I know there's some grown men out there that y'all wear some thong flip-flops. I know y'all probably talking shit to me. Like, what you talking about, niggas? Especially the motherfuckers from the island and shit. Some of y'all niggas from the island and Jamaicans, niggas be wearing them thong flip-flops, big-ass, grown-ass men. I can't do it. I can't have nothing in between my goddamn toes. To each his own, though. I know y'all talking shit, talking about, nigga, you talking about thong flip-flops, but you got a lip ring, nigga. And a nose ring. I ain't wearing nothing that say that's named thong. As soon as I heard the name thong, I said, what the fuck? Them shits hurt in between your toes. I remember my grandma tried to put us in them things when we was little ass kids. I think she bought us one. We got them joints one time. It was over. Me and my brother, we wasn't beat. We looked at my grandma and told, don't ever buy us these flip flops ever again. We will not wear these motherfuckers. QT of the truth. Salute to you. How you doing? Leticia. Grand Raisin. I'm in here cursing this nigga Kanye out again. And they keep focusing on these damn thong flip-flops, man. What the fuck? It's like he told him, make sure you get the thongs, nigga. Make sure you get the flip-flops. Make sure you get the diamonds. He said he the leader.
That I am the leader.
And I am
we
the
went
leader.
to God
Hold up.
and Ye,
Yes.
and everyone here knows that I am the leader.
And everyone here knows I am the leader. This sounds like some cult shit, by opinion.
When we went to God, the colorways wouldn't come back. A pant would be missing. The store in Atlanta wouldn't open. And it felt like we were just there to be slowed down. But there's no slowing us down now.
So is that why you wearing White Lives Matter? Because is that why?
We have nothing to lose.
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know the whole context of this, but it sounds crazy. He said, I'm your leader. Then he talked about color waves. First he talked about people showing up late. He started late. But why you got this shirt on, B? Explain to why you got this shirt on. I mean, you grown ass man. I guess you ain't gotta explain shit. Keep the change. And I did this on purpose, y'all, because I want y'all to, if y'all see my title, right? It is the reason why I played this first, because I wanted you guys and I wanted us to look at the White Lives Matter shirt, right? That Kanye's wearing, right? White Lives Matter. Shout out to my white folk. White Lives Matter, right? Just watch this. White Lives Matter. Just keep that in your head for me. Thank you, QT of the Truth. You say you got a lot to say. That's why people become YouTubers and shit, man. Because I don't mind hearing what other people got to say about this too. He got a beard now and he wearing a fucking mouthpiece a lot. Like he took it out right there, but this nigga had a black mouthpiece. And I'm like, what are you doing? He said, Magic Kanye. And it seems like the roles is reversed. It seemed like Kim is becoming the more conscious one and the level-headed and the better parent and the, you know what I'm saying? She got a video on this. I'm gonna have to go to your channel and look at it. See, shout out to QT and the Truth. If you spoke on this, I'm gonna come check it out. If anybody else want to check out what QT and the Truth said about this, go over to her page. I believe it's to her, if I remember, but I think you changed the name, right? Word. Definitely wouldn't mind hearing what you guys say. I'm gonna check it out myself. But remember this. Remember the White Lives Matter, y'all. Keep this White Lives Matter in y'all brain right now, because I'm about to show y'all some shit. Kanye said White Lives Matter, right? Okay. Okay, yay. How you feel about this, yay? How you feel about this, yay? Oh, shit. Fair use.
Murdered 4 members of your family. Imagine if someone murdered 4 members of your family and received only 4 years in prison due to a plea deal struck with the prosecution.
Hey, Salida.
How would you feel? Yeah, fam, it happened. I mean, can you believe that it happened in America, though? In America, America is like, well, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, fam.
Fair use.
A Florida woman was driving under the influence and nearly 20.
Fair use, fair use. Shout out to Willie D, the hip hop legend, man. See, that's why I love my hip hop legends, man. That's why some of these young boys don't even know their history on the culture. Some of these rappers and these young boys, they come in, they get a viral song, they make a shit. Like, do your history. I wasn't around when hip hop started. I wasn't born till 80. I ain't getting to hip hop till I was about 5, 6 years old, like till I could really understand it. You know what I mean? My folks and my peoples tell me that I was ahead of my time. I had an old soul told me I was fucking singing songs when I was fucking, as soon as I was able to talk and shit. My mom and my grandmom and them told me that I could hear a song. I can still do that to this day, though, for the most part. I could hear a song one time and know the lyrics. I don't know why. I was like that. And I was in the grown-up songs, you know what I'm saying? So I would hear a song at 4 or 5 years old one time, and then the next time I hear it, I'm singing the whole shit. My folks told me that I was always like that as a kid. K. Morgan. I appreciate it, man. I try to talk about shit for real, man, not just sub up to QT and the truth. If you know how to drop your link, you could drop your link in the chat if anybody. I'm gonna have to go on my YouTube and do something as a moderator. Will T work and Draco not here. I don't think none of my moderators is here. But if y'all want to, sub up to QT and the truth. Check her out. I'm definitely going to jump over there. I like to support the people that support me. And sometimes I don't like really beating a dead horse. You know what I'm saying? We all know what's going on in this sector. We all see the drama. But sometimes I feel like I just be another motherfucker talking about the same shit we already know. Even though sometimes people might want my opinion on it or how I feel on it. But y'all know how I do over here. But then I might surprise y'all tomorrow and go in on the shit, right? But I don't know. A lot of times I like to talk about shit that means something to us. You know what I'm saying? That means something to us. You remember when you first heard it? Man, tell me about it, K. Morgan. I remember when I first heard certain shit to fell in love with shit, man. When I first heard, Love's Gonna Get You by KRS-One. Love's gonna get you. Love's gonna get you. Like certain song, man. Look. Salina. Did y'all keep that that thought in your head that I said? Remember Kanye West t-shirt said, "White Lives Matter." Excuse me, y'all. Drinking my coffee. Kanye and Candace Owens, but I ain't even Candace Owens. Bah! Girl, I could say some shit about you, but I don't even want to sound like I'm bullying a female or something like that. I don't know. But that's why I just say the little jokes about her nappy head and black folk button nose and playing with a white bar, because she just seemed like she ain't like herself ever since she was a kid. Kanye says white lives matter. Huh. But shout out to Willie D, a hip hop legend. If y'all not subbed up to Willie D, sub up to Willie D Live. Willie D, he's a legend. Ghetto Boys. He's a legend. This year, Halloween's followed on a weekend. Me and Ghetto Boys are trick or treating, robbing little kids with bags. Shout out to Willie D, a hip hop legend. But Kanye West, fair use. Kanye West says white lives matter. But look at this. How many faces we got here? How many brown faces we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4 beautiful, beautiful black melanated skin. What you see, D? What you see, D? Willie D, man. Okay, shout out to Willie D, the hometown G. That's what I'm talking about. You from where Willie D from? Shout out to Houston, right? Houston, Memphis, all that whole Midwest, man. I'm getting a brain fart right now from where the niggas is from. Look at these melanated faces. Mothers, too. Mothers. Look at these melanated faces. Look. Look at that. Fair use.
25 miles over the speed limit.
Hold up.
When she crashed in America, though, I mean, in America.
Sub up the Willie D Live, y'all.
Well, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, fam, a Florida woman was driving under the influence and nearly 25 miles over the speed limit when she crashed into another vehicle, killing 4 black mothers, and she'll only spend 4 years in prison.
What?
For
Ain't
the line
no way,
crew,
dog. Boy, ain't
the
no way, boy.
go-getters. There's
Boy, ain't no
Ranger.
way.
Supplies and solutions for
Followed by 6 years of probation.
Ain't no way.
The
Boy, ain't
family
no
of the
way.
victims pleaded with the judge to reconsider,
I'm
and
sorry,
she'll
y'all.
only spend 4 years in prison, followed by 6 years of probation.
She killed 4 black mothers, sister, niece, cousin, daughter, wife, co-worker, best friend, godmom, babysitters, everything that they do, that you women do. I sold drugs, y'all. I sold drugs in the early 2000s, you know, the 90s. I went to jail for it in the early 2000s, right? I served my time. I served my probation. I paid my fine. Allegedly. Shout out to my fine, but knock on wood for that. Statute of limitations over, but I served my time, did my shit. I sold a fucking drug they call crack, right? To grown people who chose to buy the drug. I didn't sell to minors. I didn't sell a drug that killed anybody. Nobody overdosed over nothing that I gave them. Never hurt nobody. Even the amount I got caught with, I'll let y'all know, I got caught with 2 little small dime bags. That was my possession charge. And I had 1 indictment for selling to an undercover. So I had 1 indictment, just 1. That goes a long way because people in my neighborhood, they had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had 1 indictment, and then I had a possession charge where I got found with 2 little small dime bags of crack, probably less than a gram. I did a 364. You hear me? I did a year. including 5 years probation. And not including the time that I did before that when they gave me a high ass bail, like I hurt somebody. Then I went in front of the judge and he was looking for more charges. Like, damn, why your fucking bail so high? The judge didn't say that, but he was looking like. So he ended up dropping my shit. But so I spent a lot of time just before I could make bail, all that shit. And then they told me, if I get another felony, one more felony, no matter what it is, I got to do 5 years, at least 3, 5 to 3. Nothing less. Mandatory 3 before I can even be eligible for parole. I ain't hurt nobody, ain't killed nobody. Ain't killed nobody, ain't hurt nobody. The judicial system is kind of fucked up in my opinion. D. James, salute to you. Shout out to my members. 1 year per woman, right? And a year probation. If I got one more felony, I would have did 3 years. I ain't hurt, killed nobody. I had 5 years probation. Strict too, twice a month. I had to report twice a month. And give urine twice a month for the first 3 years. But we find ways around that. I ain't hurt nobody, killed nobody, y'all. But white lives matter, Kanye West, Candace Owens. Fair use. Florida, I appreciate living down here. I wanted to come down here. I already know about the people down here. I already know how Florida is. I already know about the law. I already know about the people. I already know about the racism. I already know about all that. I came down here to live cheaper and for the weather. And it's better on my body. But Florida, we got to get it together, B. We got to do better, Florida.
Family of the victims pleaded
Fair
with
use.
the judge to reconsider the plea deal.
Hold on.
When she crashed into another vehicle, killing 4 black mothers, and she'll only spend 4 years in prison.
Man. Facts, K. Morgan. That's what it sounds like, right? I got caught up in that 94 crime. Word. And a lot of my folks did. All of my folks did. Especially the ones that was in the streets. They ain't hurt nobody though. Just making some money, selling some drugs to some grown people that wanted it. But yeah, you hear this? The family pleaded.
Mothers, and she'll only and nearly 25 miles over the speed limit when she crashed into another vehicle, killing 4 black mothers, and she'll only spend 4 years in prison, followed by 6 years of probation. The family of the victims pleaded with the judge to reconsider the plea deal, but Circuit Court Judge Larry Metz said it was the only way to guarantee that the driver, Heather Finley, would spend time behind bars. The maximum possible sentence was about 37 years. A year for a life is what it basically comes out to, fam. Now, police say in April of 2018, cousins Rosalind Felton, 29, Shaquilla Smith, Cambria Smith, both 26, and Tierra Chambers, 25, were leaving the Breeze Bar just outside of Orlando, Florida, after what family members called a rare night out for the mothers of a combined 8 children. After making a left turn on
8 children left without their mother. And you heard what he said. They rarely go out. It was a night They don't even go out. They don't even hang out. This is why people don't go out. And the one night they choose to go out and have a good time, a drunk driver going 25 miles over the speed limit, drunk.
Onto State Road 50 in Mascot, Florida, Finley T-boned the cousins' vehicle a little after 2 a.m. Police report that Finley was driving 59 miles per hour, 24 miles over the speed limit at the point of collision. Also, a blood alcohol content test administered 5 hours after the incident determined that Finley's driving was impaired. With the blood alcohol.
What? I'm sorry, y'all. Hold up, yo. Kanye West, Candace Owens, y'all said white lives matter. They didn't test this. They gave this lady 5 hours to did y'all hear? They gave this lady 5 hours before they gave her the fucking alcohol test. They gave her 5 hours to sober. Peace, Matthew. What up, Matthew? Hey, yo, peace. I'm at work right now, pretending to do important work-related things on my phone. That's my Matthew voice. Shout out to Matthew. It's silly as fuck. That's crazy, y'all. You know what they say, work smarter, not harder. Oh yeah. He on the clock stealing money, y'all. Who else stealing money? So they gave this lady 5 hours. They gave her 5 hours before they gave her the test, the alcohol test. Damn, man. I remember I went through that shit back in the day, 2004. They wanted to test me right on the spot. But I wasn't drunk though. Police said, you ain't drunk, but you high on something. I was crying. Me too, Matthew. But I was on ecstasy though. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to y'all. This was back in my early 20s. It was the weekend, and we was taking them double, triple stack ecstasy pills and shit. We was off them E-pills, and I was speeding. I ain't gonna lie, I was driving, I was speeding because I was late getting somewhere. And I had drank a beer though, but I only drank one beer. I ain't even finish it, so like I wasn't drunk. The cop even said it though. He's like, you ain't drunk. Like, all the tests was fine. I was like, I ain't drunk. I was like, I did drink a beer before I got in the car, but because I didn't drink on the E-pill anyway. We really didn't drink alcohol until we became veterans at that shit, so to speak. But I would always drink water, orange juice and shit. And it was funny because my older brother had just came home from prison. And so we was like black folk do, the dumb shit, celebrating the nigga coming home from prison. Instead of celebrating the nigga coming home from college, we celebrating we wasn't celebrating, but y'all know what I mean. He just did like 3 straight. Just did like 3 years straight. So he come home, we want to have drinks and shit and hang out and, basically, celebrate him being home. But I remember I wouldn't drink because, I was doing my thing. So I wouldn't drink and shit. And And my black ass just chose to drink that beer right before I left too. Drink like a half a beer. Police was like, "You ain't Police knew who I was anyway, so they like to fuck with me and my folks and my brothers and everything anyway. So once they got me and seeing it was me, they was like, "Ha, this nigga. We know you ain't got no license either, nigga." Yeah, I guess ecstasy. I guess you can call that a hard drug. I guess that's the only thing I fucked with besides marijuana and alcohol. Me and my folks, we definitely went through a ecstasy phase. I'm gonna put in the early 2000, late 90s, early 2000s. It was like an epidemic. It came through our shit like, you know what I mean? He's like, fuck it, but don't ever do it, man. We used to tell people. I used to tell my friends and other people before they even took it. I used to be like, yo, if you take this shit is exactly what it is. Ecstasy, nigga. This shit is gonna have you feeling so good, you're going to want to do it again. I told everybody that ever before, if they ever took it, I would even try to talk my friends out of it. Like a couple of people, like, yo, don't do it. Don't take this motherfucker. That motherfucker's gonna have you feeling so good, you're going to want to take it again. They call that motherfucker ecstasy for a reason. And they wouldn't take my advice. They like, nigga, we see the way y'all be on this motherfucker. We want to feel like y'all, nigga. Y'all be what? Yo, on the ecstasy pill, man, you can have a conversation with a goddamn giraffe, nigga. You can have a conversation with a goddamn, yo. You could be a Black Panther, and if you're on ecstasy, you could sit next to a KKK member and have a conversation, man. I'm telling you. You could talk the clothes off a mannequin on the ecstasy pill. Yo, you could talk the clothes off a mannequin on them joints. Yeah, he was like, your ass ain't drunk, but you on something. I'm telling my age, right? That's crazy that I'm becoming the old head now. I never thought I'd be the older dude. Yeah, this was back early 2000s and shit like that. So I told y'all by 2008, I was already done. By 2008, I had quit shit, drinking and everything. Like, you know what I mean? I drank on occasions after that. You know what I'm saying? Then my 30th birthday, that was like the last time I really drank. You know what I'm saying? I had a 30th, I had a party, and then that was it. That was 2010. But by 2008, shit, I done put the alcohol down, everything. Like, I changed my whole shit. 2008 is when I changed my whole shit. Barack Obama and all that. You know what I mean? That shit changed my whole mind frame of living and my son and everything. My son was a baby. Barack was becoming president. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? My mind frame started switching. I'm about to hit 30. And I just started it was like I matured overnight. It was like when 2008, 2009 came, I just matured overnight when them years came. Like I just gave up everything. Like my whole mind frame changed. I didn't want nothing to do with the streets, alcohol. I mean, we been stopped taking ecstasy. I only did that for like a year, probably like 2000. Well, no longer than a year, probably like 99, 2000 to 2002, 2002, 3. We would do it every here and there, shit like that. Then we started doing weekends, every other weekend. But yeah, 2008 came, I changed my whole motherfucking mind frame, yo. But I'm not ashamed about nothing I did in my past. I never did nothing too crazy. We all have done shit, man. Just imagine people that went to college, the shit that people I ain't even went to college. Like, yeah, you remember the E wave, right? Yeah, it definitely was an E wave. And Leticia, that's what they was saying. Like that was Willie D said that the lawyer or the prosecution said something like that was the only way that they could get time out of her or some shit. But she was looking at 37 years. Yeah, I'm supposed to be talking about this. I'm always getting on me and shit. But Kanye West, Candace Owens, y'all said white lives matter. Shit, white lives matter.
Vehicle a little after 2 a.m. Police
Hold up, man. Let
report
me heat
that
my
Finley
coffee
was
up.
driving still, but Circuit Court Judge Larry Metz said it was the only way to guarantee that the driver, Heather Finley, would spend time behind bars. The maximum possible sentence was about 37 years. A year for a life is what it basically comes out to, fam. Now, police say in April of 2018, cousins Rosalind Felton, 29, Shaquilla Smith, Cambria Smith, both 26, and Tierra Chambers, 25, were leaving the Breeze Bar just outside of Orlando, Florida, after what family members called a rare night out for the mothers of a combined 8 children. After making a left turn onto State Road 50 in Mascot, Florida, Finley T-boned the cousins' vehicle a little after 2 a.m. Police report that Finley was driving 59 miles per hour, 24 miles over the speed limit at the point of collision. Also, a blood alcohol content test administered 5 hours after the incident determined that Finley's driving was impaired with a blood alcohol level of 0.08, the legal limit.
I don't like that, yo. 5 hours later. 5 hours later. But white lives matter.
The old wait 5 hours until some of the alcohol wears off to test it. The old wait 5 hours until some of the
Sorry about that,
alcohol
y'all.
wears off to test that trick. Yeah.
Salute to y'all, man. My bad, I had to get my coffee and all that. 5 hours later. So you can only imagine, right? 0.8008. Salute to that, man. I hope you're on your way to quit again. I hope you're successful, man. I hope you quit, man. Them shits is horrible. That's one thing I can't smoke no cigarettes, man. Like I said, I did that shit 18, 19, 20 years old. I stopped cold turkey. And I was able to do it. I think because I didn't do it that long. I was only smoking for like 2-3 years. Really like 2 years, really consistently. And I'm glad that was a habit I was able to get rid of. That's a fucked up habit. Because everybody else in my family smoked. All my brothers, my mom, everybody be around me smoke cigarettes. I'm the only one that don't smoke cigarettes. Not as glad as I am, huh? The editing thing, it was probably OBS Studios. Probably was OBS Studios. That's the editing joint. Happy Tuesday. Shout out to Willie D Live. Excuse me. Fair use. Shout out to Willie D Live, the legend. He's speaking on this. You know what I mean? 5 hours later, let's hear what he got to say, man. But Kanye and Kansas said white lives matter, though. Like,
5 hours until some of the alcohol wears off to test that trick. Yeah, fam. You don't think that there was some type of conspiracy there? Who the hell gives someone a blood test a whole 5 hours after they murder 5 people with a vehicle? Come on, fam. Y'all know what this is. This is good old-fashioned racism in America. This is what they do. This is why you have to have
I missed y'all.
diversity in these courtrooms. This is why you have to have some representation. People who look like the people in the city that they live in.
Yes. Like the police officers. Now, I don't mean to stop them. Juries, police officers, judges. Look, like we need to have more diversity in these courtrooms, in all these places. They policing these fucking these brown skin American neighborhoods. That's just my opinion.
You gotta have equal representation. I would damn near go as far as saying America is so racially divided, only white people should judge white people. And only black people should judge black.
Shout out to my paper smokers. I still smoke my blunts, but shout out to my papers, man. Shout out to my people that smoke that papers. I used to be on the paper kick a couple times. I went through a paper kick. I put the blunts down for a month, 2-3 months, and only smoke joints. But man, they don't burn slow enough for me, man. Them joints, paper, they don't burn slow enough for me. They always be going out and shit. I need my motherfucking blunts. I need that thing to burn nice and slow. Oh man. Yo, shout out to Willie D. Do y'all agree with him? What he just said? What did he just say? What did he just say? Only white people should judge white people? Fair use.
Divided. Only white people should judge white people. And only black people should judge black people. Only Asians should judge Asians. And only Hispanics should judge Hispanics because there are too many people out there in these courtrooms that allow their implicit bias to creep in to their decisions.
Damn, man, Willie D. I love Willie D, man. He's man, he's just a legend. Do y'all agree with that? I understand totally where he come from. I'm not saying that I agree with that 100%, but I definitely agree with it to a certain extent. Like I agree with the no, with what he means by it. Like I kind of understand what he means by that. To be judged fairly. That way, everybody be judged fairly, like he said, with no biasness, no judgment, no nothing. Usually, we already see what happens. So if we just got black folk judging the black folk, I guess he feel like it'd just be more fair. It'd be fair, more of a fair trial. Used to smoke 20 a day plus heroin and crack. I'm 3. Shout out to you. My brothers are my brothers are clean now. My little brother's been clean for man, how old is his daughter now? 5. My brother's been clean for about 6 years now. My little brother's been clean for about 6 years. My older brothers, he's been clean for less. He's still involved in all that shit too, like helping other people get clean and shit like that. So, yo, both of my brothers got bounce back stories from them being addicted to heroin and shit. So, I congratulate you on that, and congratulations, and I pray for you and keep it going, man, because you know what I mean, regardless of what you're addicted to, it don't gotta just be a drug, heroin, it could be anything. Once you get clean, once you move on, you're still addicted. You're gonna be addicted for the rest of your life. We have addicted personalities, it could be hereditary, all that shit. But every single day is a struggle, is a fight, no matter how long you've been clean. Because all it takes is that one to get back, and it wipes away all that shit that you've done. It'll wipe that 3 years, 6 years away. So I definitely congratulate you. It definitely helps to have a support team, support system. So hopefully that's what you have, help you out. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. And keep it going, man. Because you know what they say, like, I mean, like I would tell people I used to be an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? And even though I don't drink, I say I'm still an alky. Like I can get back into it at any time if I'm not strong enough. But yeah, salute to Anthea, man. That's what's up. You said they on cold too, Letitia, huh? You got to be careful with that. You agree with them on the biasness? Yeah. Right. Damn. You already know. Stay strong, girl. Damn, I feel where he coming from with this, though.
When they are judging other people who don't look like them or share their background. The same thing with policing. White cops should not police black neighborhoods. Point blank, period.
I feel that way unless they grew up in that neighborhood. Unless they live in that neighborhood or grew up in that neighborhood.
Enjoy the ride.
It's too many of them who have shown the propensity to not care, to be afraid. Now, having said that, I don't even know if that's the answer, fam, because they could just go somewhere else and just wait on black people to cross that line. Just cross that little street right there, cross that line, then whoop, and then do the same thing. Now, having said that, I don't even know if that's the answer, fam, because They could just go somewhere else and just wait on black people to cross that line. Just cross that little street right there, cross that light, then whoop, and then do the same thing they would do to you in the hood. But I will go as far as saying one of the reasons why a lot of this stuff don't happen outside of the hood, because they don't want to clean up the blood. They don't want to.
See, I've always said that about the police, though, for years and years and years. Like, yo, and I hate that excuse that they use. Oh, I was scared, and then you shot an unarmed black. How you scared? That's your job profession. And why are you scared? If you're policing these neighborhoods, if you're getting out in these neighborhoods and you're getting to know the people in the neighborhood, why would you be scared of them? That's because you don't know the people. You never lived in a neighborhood. You don't go there. You just go out there to enforce shit and abuse your power. Allegedly. Yo, I always said, Anthony, alcohol is the number one fucked up drug. Alcohol is the gateway to everything, in my opinion. Alcohol is the gateway. Alcohol gives you the confidence and the not give a fuck attitude to try other drugs, to go cheat, to go do this, to commit a crime, to drink drive. I always said that, like, yo, alcohol is the most dangerous thing. That's just how I felt. Like, yo, alcohol is the most dangerous shit. Because I used to get pissed back in the day, and they'd be like, oh, stupid. I don't even want to call them stupid, but like uneducated people would be like, yeah, marijuana is a gateway drug. Man, shut up. That don't even make sense. That's not even scientifically fact. Like, you can look up the science, look at the facts, look at the science. Y'all just refuse to look at the facts. Y'all refuse to look at the science. Fucking no, we ain't no gateway drug, man. Alcohol is. How about that? Alcohol gives you the confidence to say, I don't give a fuck. Let me try that. What you doing over there? Fuck it. I'm drunk. Give me some. Give me a piece. Fuck it. With all type of decisions. Alcohol fuck all type of your decisions up. I know dudes that was, you be possibly, allegedly, you having sex. You see what Joe Budden's little dirty butt just said. Joe Budden said he would fake putting condoms on, having sex with females. And why would you say that shit out loud? Why would you say that shit so everybody can hear you, Joe? Allegedly, you must be protected or something, dog, by the powers that be. You just say that out in the open. Yeah, I used to fake putting condoms on when I had sex with girls. So now if you're a black ass, find yourself in court, allegedly, because they want to try to put a STD or something on you, how you going? You said you fake putting condoms on it. Like that's something to fucking brag about. I don't get it, man. I don't know how some of these dudes was raised. I don't know if they were just born with the fucked up way of thinking. The cops should only be able to get jobs of the neighborhoods that they're familiar with, grew up in, or live in. Yeah, I agree with that. Just like school teachers, I say. Police, school teachers, EMTs, regular hospital workers, the first responders, they're underpaid, overworked, undertrained. I agree. Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. We would have people try to do that, but that's tough. That's dangerous. That is. Salute, my brother. How you been, man? Yo, weed had never made me want to try nothing. Weed didn't make me want to do ecstasy. Weed didn't do it. It probably was the alcohol more, or it was my brothers and the people, the older heads that I was hanging with at the time. You know what I'm saying? It was really their influence. Shit. But me smoking weed, I've been smoking weed consistently. I'm going to say, first time I smoked weed was like 92, 93. But I'm going to say I've been smoking weed consistently since 95, 96. So y'all do the math. Consistently. I'm talking about even the only time I stopped is when I went to jail. And even when I was on probation, I took these pills called Stat Flush, clean you out every time. You could smoke 24 hours. You could smoke the day before. I had my probation 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. Monday night, I'm smoking. 45 minutes. They give you the directions. It's 5 pills called Stat Flush. If anybody needs to pass a marijuana test and you don't want to stop smoking, look for these pills called Stat Flush. They used to be about $23, $22, $23 a bottle. You take it 45 minutes before you go. You swallow all the pills at once, back to back. 45 minutes before you need to go. You drink a certain amount of water. You can't even drink too much water. You drink the water that they tell you that's on the joint. You pee a couple times and then you're clean for like the next 8 hours. For like 8 hours you clean. I used that shit for 3 years. And everybody around me used that shit. They never failed the test on them joints. Shit, I know old heads that's been smoking for 70 years. I know a motherfucker that's in their 70s. They've been smoking since he was 15, 18. Never wanted to try another drug. All I need is marijuana. What are you talking about? I was happy I put down the alcohol and everything else. I was like, man, weed and water. That's all I would do at one point. Besides my little coffee I'd be drinking out in the mornings. But I'm the weed and water guy. While I'm hanging out with my peoples, everybody get drunk, doing their drug, doing that shit. I'm weed and water. That's it. But shout out to Willie D. I want to hear what Willie D had to say about Kanye too. I believe he spoke on the Kanye shit. I ain't listened to it. Fair use.
Crime scenes. They don't want the property value. See, they start seeing bodies on the ground. Then people get worried. People start moving around, start affecting the bottom line. You understand where I'm coming from with that?
Shout out to you, Ed Thea.
So this judge, man, he got to go. And I say look into his background and the prosecutors.
Facts,
look at the
that is.
background of the prosecutors. Who strikes a deal to allow a killer of 4 people to get 4 years in prison? Look, let me tell you something, fam. I don't give a damn if the legal limit was 0.5, 0.16, 18, 25, whatever. That's irrelevant. She should go to prison based on her negligence. Even if she wasn't drinking, even if she was sober, she should be in prison for a lot longer than 4 years for taking 4 lives, man. I bet you,
man,
$1 to a donut that the judge and possibly even the prosecutors
right,
consciously made that decision to give 1 year per life. Because in their minds, that's funny. That's funny to them. Well, we got to give her something. We got to do something. We can't just let her go. We got to give her something. Just give them 1 year. Like they're black. It's no big deal. Give them. What do you want to do? Somebody probably said 1 month.
Yeah, they black. They not Americans. They not Native Americans. They not brown skinned Americans. They're not colored Americans. They black. The absence of color. That means we're non-existent when you call us black. We're black. You're black. The absence of color. So you're not even written in the Constitution and anything. You're not a human being. We don't acknowledge you as a person, as you're black. But we got to do something. So let's give them a year per life and throw some probation in there. Then on top of that, when you go to jail, you get 2 days for every 1 day already. Then you get a day knocked off, whatever, every Sunday for good time. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well say for every 1 day in jail, you might as well knock off 3 or 4 days. And then if you get a job, that can knock off some time too, or get you into a program. So 4 years for 4 lives. She got 4 years. She'll do about 2 years in prison. She'll do about half of that. Even though they, you're supposed to do 85%, she'll do half of that. Come home with a program bracelet. She already on probation. But white lives matter, though. Damn, that's messed up. Y'all don't got no. Damn, that's messed up. Yeah, see, my brothers and my peoples that I know about, they're able to get into like detoxes and different things, and they'll take you over and over. Cause my older brother, like years ago, he just kept going back. Like they just kept accepting them in different places, though. See you later, Anthea. Kanye West, Candace Owens says, white lives matter. But this lady can kill recklessly, drunk driving, 25 miles over the speed limit. They wait 5 hours before they get. How do you crash? How do you speed? Crash into a motherfucker. I don't even mean to say that. I'm sorry. Apologies to the families. Rest in peace to the families. Condolences to the families. Rest in peace to these 4 beautiful women. Condolences to the family. I apologize for that. I was just speaking in general, but I should be more conscious of the way I talk. You're drunk driving, speeding 24 miles over the speed limit. You crash into 4 mothers, kill them. They give you 5 hours to sober up before they even test you. They gave her 5 hours. That's a great question. You know what? That's a tough question, because you say unity of cultures. It's like we respect each other's cultures for the most part, especially if they can make money off of each other's culture, then we get in each other's culture. And because me personally, I look at a lot of folks as culture vultures, man. I do. But I don't want to be seeming like I'm just some like hater or racist. But a lot of times I be looking at people like, yo, this person's a culture vulture, man. But who am I to say they're a culture vulture? They really might love our culture and really love hip hop. But I feel like some of these people just feel like they can make money. They know we're going to accept them. They know they're going to make money off of it. And I feel like a lot of people use our culture for financial gain. Now, as far as unity with the cultures, I believe we've seen unity within the cultures before. I believe we see it. It just all depends on the motives behind the people that's involved, that's important to the culture, that makes an impact. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's a great question, man. I think it will always be some type of division because of money. Does that make sense? I think there will be always some type of division because of money, but we can stop that if we stop worrying about the money also. Rest in peace, Pimp C. Rest in peace, Pip C. Why do we just mysteriously lose hip hop artists that speak against the machines? Think about that. The 5 people, 6 people in here. Think about that. Hip hop artists that spoke black, I don't even say black, brown skin artists, black, brown skin American artists, the Princes, the Michael Jacksons, the Prodigies, the Coolios, rest in peace, the Pip C's. I could go on and on. Of artists who spoke out against the machine, against the powers that be. Next thing you know, we're having funeral services. Because of the power. Yep, money and power. DMX. Think about the artists, man, that spoke out. Even a couple of the white artists, right? Like the Amy Winehouses, a couple other ones. It's just mighty fishy when they speak against the machine, when they speak against the powers that be in the industry. Pip C spoke about that years and years ago when he was alive. About having unity in the culture and having a union and coming together and not letting them do what they do. Then all of a sudden, allegedly, the lean take Pip C out. The lean, for real, the lean took him out. Yup, Mike and Prince. Yeah, they went against their contracts, huh? They went against the power. They went against it later on. They said, that's what I was told. They try to shake the devil. They try to shake it, but they gotta honor that contract that you signed. They say when he come to collect, it's nothing you could do about it. The whole sole purpose is to achieve your goals. No sole purchase. Rest in peace to all the legends of hip hop that we lost that spoke out against the machine.
Give one mic. No, we can't give one mic. That'll never fly. Well, about 1 year. Well, let's have some drinks and come back and talk about it. I really do believe, fam, that that's what they do. They just play with people's lives like it's nothing. Too many incompetent people sitting in judgment of other human beings. Too many racist people. Too many biased people, prejudiced people, sitting in judgment of other human beings. And I don't know how to get around it, fam. Well, there's one way, but can't really say that on YouTube.
I wonder what he want to say. Did y'all hear what he just said? He can't even say it on YouTube. What happened to our freedom of speech? They taking away our freedom of speech, bro, allegedly. Willie D says in America that he can't say what he want to say on YouTube. And we always say that. I'll be saying that. They're going to ad-lib it. They're going to block it.
How to get around it, fam? Well, there's one way, but can't really say that on YouTube.
Oh, I think I know where he's going with that. I get it. I know what he said. I know what he meant. I know exactly what he meant. Yeah, you don't want to say that. Yeah.
I don't know how to get around it, fam. People sitting in judgment of other human beings. Too many racist people, too many biased people, prejudiced people, sitting in judgment of other human beings.
It's crazy, Leticia, right? In America.
I don't know how to get around it, fam. Well, there's one way, but can't really say that on YouTube.
Damn, that's crazy. That's wild.
Condolences to all the family members,
Yes.
loved ones.
Yes.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
to the
Facts.
deceased.
Yep.
No more talk.
What the haters talking?
Condolences, man. What happened to freedom of talking? What's going on here? That's what it seemed like, Leticia. That's what it seemed like. Take it away, freedom of speech, and then our right to bear arms. I think Willie D spoke about the Kanye West shit too, but that white woman, it just, you got Kanye West, Candace Owens saying white lives matter, and then you just got that with Willie D putting up that white woman gets 4 years after killing 4 black women, drunk driving over the speed limit, drunk. They gave her 5 hours before they even gave her an alcohol test. This is America. Has a black person ever got that privilege? How many chances did Jeffrey Dahmer get? That shit killed me when he only got 1 year for molesting that 13-year-old boy and was still able to go to work 40 hours a week. The judge talking about something. I'm going to give you another chance. Blaming it on alcohol and his dad writing a letter to the judge. I couldn't believe that shit when that judge told Jeffrey Dahmer after he molested that 13-year-old Asian boy, I'm going to give you another second chance. And then ended up killing the brother of the same boy that he molested years earlier. And that was the same boy that the police got away and the police gave back to him. Because they was just so allegedly homophobic back then. And they didn't care about the black folk, colored folk, Asian folk. All they cared about was his sexual preference. Even when she called back to check up on the report she made, yeah, what happened with that squad car with that little boy? The dispatcher, all he wanted to talk about was the sexual preference. Ma'am, it's nothing we could do about his sexual preference, ma'am. He's with his gay boyfriend, man. And she like, I don't give a fuck about his sexual. I didn't say nothing about him being gay. I don't care about. I'm talking about his age. That boy looked little. Did y'all even check his ID? Because my daughter says she seen the little boy outside digging up, playing with earthworms. Ain't no 19-year-old boy gonna be outside digging up earthworms. That shit was so sad. That shit hit me in the gut. That, and then obviously, Tony's story, episode 6 and 7 about Tony, the deaf boy. But it's like this little boy is bleeding from his head. He butt naked. Y'all don't even care. They even turned the ambulance away. Y'all don't even care to check his head out, check his ID, see anything, what's going on. Like, and when you come in contact, when you have police contact like that, they're supposed to get you. They was even supposed to run Jeffrey's name. You're supposed to get everybody's ID. Is he talking about Julio? No, nah, not that I know of. He talked about I just talked about the white lady who killed the 4 black people, and then Kanye West and Candace Owens. Mm-hmm. Right. I agree. Now we had a couple black folk that did killed people, but they wasn't drunk, speeding, Brandy. Oh, but the football player years ago, he did do a little bit of time in probation. Fair use. I believe this is him talking about the White Lives Matter. Right. They didn't care about black people, and allegedly, and they were homophobic. So it was like you had them two things working against, the people, the victims. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you had them things working against them. This is the 90s where, racism, they don't give a fuck. Homophobic was at an all-time high. HIV, we was not educated on HIV. You thought HIV, you can get it by touching them, man. And then you thought that was a death sentence. We didn't have no knowledge on it. We didn't know. So you had both of them things. Oh, he's the homophobic and the racism. Oh man, it made it easy pickings for him. Like he said, he knew nobody was really looking for them. It was easy pickings. Most of the dudes is gay. So back then, family members ain't even rock with you if you was gay back then. Your family members would turn on you. Back then, people, mamas and daddies would kick you out the house if you was gay. Get that shit out of my house. I ain't raised you like that. We grew up in the church. So it was tough, man. They had them odds working against them, Low income neighborhood, colored folk, brown skinned folk, and I'm gay. Shit. You don't give a fuck. You see, the one police came in, he showed him the pictures. He said, I didn't want to touch nothing. I didn't want to catch nothing. Oh, I gotta go home and get in the shower. Oh, he gay. If I touch something, I might get gay. Like what? His gayness might rub off on me. I don't want to touch nothing. Because when they took the little boy back in his apartment, they would have seen that the deaf boy was still in there dead. They said his bloated body was under the bed. If they would have did what they were supposed to do, they would have seen that. And then the neighbor from across the street, the black lady, said she done ate a sandwich from that nigga. She said she knows she done ate human meat. She said she's pretty sure she ate human meat. But in real life, Glenda Cleveland did not live next door. She didn't live next door to Jeffrey in real life. They just put it like that on a Netflix joint. She didn't even live in that building. She lived in an apartment complex next to that building. But there was a black lady he had that lived across the hall from him that used to complain, but she ate a sandwich from him. She says she's pretty sure it was human meat, but she said she didn't know till after the fact, but she definitely ate a sandwich, she said, from him, and she says she's pretty sure it was human meat. That's crazy. He was a piece of shit, gave her some human meat sandwiches. Piece of shit. That ain't funny. That's crazy. Ugh. Fair use. Let's shout out to Willie D once again. Kanye West, Candace Owens, White Lives Matter shirts.
Up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time.
That's right. Do that for me. Get them, smash them likes up, I guess. Subscribe to the channel, and after you do that, hit that bell. Shout out to Willie D.
I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. We are simulcasting Facebook and YouTube. So fam, get familiar with each other and let the clowning begin. The clowning of the clowns begin. How about that? So Kanye West and Candace Owens wore matching White Lives Matters attire to his fashion week in Paris. So he had a little shindig in Paris for Paris Fashion Week, and he wore a White Lives Matter shirt along with Candace Owens. Now, fam, if you're familiar, for all of you who are not familiar with Candace Owens and Kanye West, let me just say that these are two of the most self-loathing people in America. Now, they come off as free, what they call them, free thinkers. They come off as free thinkers.
We free thinkers.
Thinkers and free-spirited type people, people who love everybody.
Y'all putting them down with the free thinkers? Y'all putting Kanye and Candace down with the free thinkers?
Body, right? But when they want to make a social statement, they oftentimes leave any type of vitriol they have exclusively for their own people. For example, I have yet to hear, since Candace sued her old school for discrimination, remember racial discrimination.
What?
I have, and she joined the right, the Republican Party. I have yet to see Candace criticize white America in general. I have yet, like, she not one time, but daily she just finds ways to just find things wrong with Black folks. She just every day of her life is committed to saying something disparaging about Black folks, finding some type of fault with Black folks. That's her hustle.
Damn.
Kanye West, he pretty much plays double dutch with Black folks' emotions.
Facts.
And also other people, because the trip part about it is that the other people who he played with, like he playing with white people right now, they don't even know it. They think he's supporting them, but really he's using them the same way that he uses Black folks. Right?
And that's what I was thinking. That's what I was saying, like when I was saying earlier. Like, is he trolling them? Like, is he doing this to, like, you know what I'm saying? Using them to get what he want? To get over? You know? Trying to manipulate them, brain F them? These are the same very folks that he's been fighting against. Fair use. Shout out to Willie D, man. I ain't talk with this is an OG. This is a legend right here.
Right now he's in Paris. And we know who's in Paris, a whole bunch of white folks. It's Fashion Week. Who run it? Europeans.
Sound like shit. Sound like I know what I'm talking about a little bit, huh? I said that earlier in my video when I first started, when I was talking about him. He's doing that to please them, because you is in Europe, right? The Europeans, all white folks, like, huh? This dude, yo. And he knew it was going to get this type of attention, though. He about to say, I got an album coming out. Kanye about to do something. He about to say, I got this album and I got a double CD and my documentary on Netflix is about the next season is about to drop. Something. Because he always, in my opinion, like he's always doing something to promote something.
You know, Caucasians pretty much run the fashion industry. And so he knows if he put on a White Lives Matter, then Massa gonna tap him on top of the head and reward him. He knows this. So he wears his White Lives Matter, and I'm sure some white people gonna come up to him and say, hey man, great shirt, man. Hey, I love that shirt, man. Love it, love it, love it. Right? Now, for some people who sit back, some of y'all are slow pokes, right? I know some of y'all are watching me right now. You're really slow in the head. You think you're smart, but you're really not as smart as you are. And at the end of the day, sometimes your incompetence has been revealed, but you are in denial about your incompetence.
Then receive a no obligation on.
So you're holding on to the fact that maybe you can say something that will perhaps confuse the people and you'll get your way, and maybe for a moment you'll come off as being enlightened, but you're not. You're slow, just like Candace and Kanye. I'm hip to the game you're running, fam. You cannot be slick with a can of oil.
Bro.
You know, I've seen it all, done it all. So you can't fool me. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and try to go through the whole spiel about how this whole White Lives Matter was created to stand in direct opposition to Black Lives Matter. Not the org, but the belief. I'm not going to do all that. I'm not going to say, you know, embracing this whole white supremacy thing, this White Lives Matter thing is basically co-signing Nazi ideology.
Ooh.
It's co-signing the Proud Boys.
Ooh.
It's co-signing skinheads.
Talk your shit, Willie D.
Co-signing anybody out there that approved of slavery and would love for it.
Wow. When I seen the White Lives Matter shirt last night, that was one of the first comments that I made. Was, you know, the slave and the owners of slaves and the slave masters. Wow. Shout out to Willie D. Fair use.
To come back, who want to keep Black people in their place, who like the idea of Black people being subjugated and colonialized, who loves the idea, who thinks that if Black people are winning, they're somehow losing. Kanye and Candace, they're opportunists. They're opportunists. They're opportunists. Ain't no way around it.
I agree.
They're going to go any way the wind blows. Any way the wind blows is cool with them. Because they're...
And I didn't know Candace was in the fashion. Don't look like she in the fashion to me when I see her. I thought she was in the politics or some shit. So now she in the fashion now? Why are you even at Fashion Week in Europe?
They're really about to come up. They're just trying to get paid. Kanye West, this dude, you got to question him. Any man, you got to question any man that would watch a video of a woman sucking up another man.
Whoa.
For the world to see. This
Whoa.
ain't no video that accidentally came out in a private moment. This is a video that was distributed purposely by this woman and her mama.
And then you say, I want to marry her and have kids with her. Yeah, when he does this shit, he's usually about to drop something. Yep. He does this a lot. He does that. And he's Kanye West. You don't have to do it. You're Kanye West. Like, you made College Dropout. Like, stop playing, man. You're Kanye. You don't have to do this shit. Willie D be schooling shit, yo.
And perhaps Ray J.
Yeah, that's tough, but you can't, I guess you can't stop with the heart once and all that. If you're around a person, I guess, whatever. But yeah, that's kind of deep. Like, that's a little turn off for me. Like, once I know you doing that live, everybody done seen it, camera and all. But I don't know. I guess you can't stop with the heart once, right?
He watched that video like everybody else watched it. He watched her sucking up a dude and said, I want that to be my baby mama. How can you trust this man? How could you trust that? Anything he says after that, anything he does, man, is I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Yo, Willie D from the old school, he ain't playing. He like, nah, you done did that on camera for the whole world to see. Everybody seen everything. You got that. That's a tough one. Yeah, I don't know if I could have did it either. I don't know if I could have did it either. Like, after seeing that, I can't wife you up though. Nah. Ain't no having my kids, but hey, to each his own. You heard him? He said, "Suck it up, yo." Oh my goodness. Yeah, she is though. Like, and then look, Pete Davidson and everybody else. Like, come on, man. Now they broke up allegedly. Like, how many joints she gonna run through before you like? Cause I'm a man. I know how we get though. Like, it's like, once you give my stuff up to somebody else, I don't want it no more. And then you done gave it up to multiple people and a whole bunch of different people, and you got video of it out and all like that. Like, man, I can't wife you up after that. Hell no.
How could you trust somebody that would make a decision like that? Even if a woman is not virtuous, as a man, you like to believe that your woman is virtuous.
Hell yeah, that's why any woman I got with, of course, they was with people before me. Now, I don't want to know no body count or nothing. I'm not even thinking about that. I don't want to know your body count, because all that's going to do is probably turn me off. Ain't none of my business. What you had before me ain't none of my goddamn business. Long as you ain't doing nothing, sharing nothing while you with me, hey man, what you did before me, I don't even want to know. I do not want to know the body count. Please don't even tell me. Cause in my mind, I'm thinking you ain't. You know what I'm saying? We compartmentalize. In my mind, I'm thinking, nigga, I'm the first one. Type shit. You know what I mean? You can have kids and everything, but look, I don't know nothing. Like, look, to me, I'm the first and only. Like, that's all I'm focused on. Cause I can't think about another person you was with. Like, no. George Smith, salute. But when you got video of it, and then you're on a reality show and you got all these different dudes you done married and been with, from basketball players to rappers to actors, singers. Remember, he was rapping about the basketball player, talking about he was gonna have Hove kick him off the team and all that. Yo, yay, man. Yeah, he saw that and was like, I want that for me. Yeah, he saw that video and was like, I want that for me. That's how you know you're a freak. You're a freak, B. Allegedly.
You're going to go into the relationship hoping that she is who you think she is. And if you find out something later, hey, man, that's what it is. But you don't go in purposely.
Fact.
Knowing
Right, Willie D.
that's what she is.
Right.
Not no same man, not no man that's bought something, right?
If I find out later, however I find out, then I'll cross that bridge when I get to it and handle it how I feel like I need to handle it, depending on what I find out about your ass.
And I'm not saying that people can't make mistakes. But this chick, her mistakes is part of a pathology. Candace Owens, she's one of the worst of the worst.
Ooh.
This is how Candace Owens get by. Very similar to the way Kanye West get by. He gets a pass. The same way. This is what you got to understand, fam. This is what both of them do. They're good at this. Them, Charles Barkley.
Oh shit.
Stephen A. All of them.
Oh,
they're
Stephen
real
A.
good. Terry Crews. They're
Terry
really,
Crews.
really good at this. Watch this.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Terry Crews. Nothing Terry Crews says, he can't say shit to me. You let a man grab on your joint in front of your wife and he can't say shit. You can ask my girl. I don't even like watching no movies that he in no more, nothing. When I watch the Fridays that he in, I don't even laugh on his parts no more. I don't care what nobody say. I don't. He's not even funny to me no more. I can't even take him serious. But now, allegedly, I see why he allowed that shit. Now he hosting TV shows on mainstream TV and all that shit, huh? I guess he got with his reward, huh? I don't give a fuck who you is. It ain't no way in hell. You a big ass grown man. I don't care. Your size don't even matter. You a grown man. Heterosexual man. And you mean to tell me you at a party on top of that with 1,000 people in the house and you got your wife standing next to you and you allow another fucking man to grab your private part, nigga, and you don't lay this dude out? All his teeth would have been missing. Allegedly, YouTube, that's assault. If you would have, it could have just been me and you. It ain't have to be at no party. My wife ain't got to be there. If you feel like you are comfortable enough and brave enough to touch me anyway, you better be ready for the consequences. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. I could never imagine myself, taking a life. But now that I'm thinking about that, that's like, yo, that would be the only time I probably would come close. If a motherfucker ever tried me like that, that's just ridiculous. In front of your wife? You don't lay this dude out because you said you don't want to look like the stereotypical black angry man. You would have been in your right fucking mind, and it would have been goddamn justified of why you laid that dude out. It would have been all justificated, if that's a word. Yo, you're Terry Crews, not that director at the white dude that laid him out. Yeah, but did you hear what he did? Grabbed on his junk, yo. In front of his wife, everybody grabbed him, sexually assaulted him. In my opinion, he had to do that before some shit. He had what man in a right mind, especially if you're just a guy who's not a fighter, you're not big, you're not a weightlifter, you just direct and make movies and got a bunch of money. What gives you the mitigated gall, the cockiness, the braveness, the confidence, the arrogance Terry Crews is an ex-football player, pro football player. Didn't make it. He's big as hell. Big bodybuilding, black man, bald headed. Got his wife next to him. And you feel confident enough to grab him down there without repercussion, something's wrong. Something wrong. I don't want to see a Terry Crews movie. I watched Friday on, I skip his part. But now I see why he do them parts. Now I see why Tupac section, but yeah, not her, the little nigga with her, the little Lucky Charm little. I see why that nigga wasn't acting, in my opinion. Wasn't nothing acted about Terry Crews on them joints, on them parts. That's why he was so good, able to pull them parts off like that. Big old husky nigga. I like my fish wet and squirmy. Oh, not her. The little Lucky Charm nigga next to her. Yeah. Well, he looked magically delicious. Man. I said, damn, he playing his parts too good. And you let a man grab you by your manhood in front of your wife and you ain't do nothing. She felt a certain type of way allegedly. Cause they had a rocky, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, it's documented. Like they almost got divorced, all type of shit. It's documented. Like, yeah, nigga, what woman is gonna feel safe with letting another man grab him? Now all of a sudden he hosting the mainstream channel. Look, I don't know what's going on, but Hollywood is Hollywood.
Sam, this is what they're really good at. It's like they read from the same playbook. They'll tell some truths about Black people. They'll say something that's uplifting about Black people, something that's positive, right? And something like, well, many Black people in this country have done very well for themselves. If you work and you do the right thing and you don't break the law, typically your life is going to go great. And everybody likes that because everybody knows that to be truth, right? Mm-hmm. And so we go like, hey, that's true. I believe that, man. And yeah, and look at her. Look at the way she's showing her butt, and she got her butt hanging all out. And kids are watching this stuff, and you go like, yeah, man, that's true. Yeah, we don't want to see all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And then they go like, well, Black people does this, and Black people, and then if you commit a crime, you should be in jail. Well, hell yeah, if we know that if you commit a crime, you should be in jail. But why are you just focusing on Black folks committing crime? Why are you just focused on anything negative that you see a Black person do? Where's all of this angst for?
That could go for some people on YouTube too. Maybe even like a Hassan Campbell, maybe a couple other people. Yo, Willie D is the fucking man, yo. He's a legend. Y'all go sub up to Willie D, man, if y'all want to, man. Shout out to the few people that still here with me, man. I'll be trying to come with some different content than that bullshit, but I appreciate y'all, man. I guess I had y'all here long enough, man. I'm going to stop it right there for right now, man. Y'all can go check out Willie D. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, the ones who hung out with me for a few hours. It's all love, man. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Salute to everybody that rock with me, man. My subscribers, my members, with everybody that hit the like button, left a comment. Salute to the motherfuckers that fuck with me, man. Love y'all, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Tuesday.